8. Facts about Sasori, so you can appreciate him even more. Everyone knows Sasori, the puppet master of the Akatsuki and one of the toughest dudes in the organization. But what if I told you there are things about our human Ken that you probably didn't know? Let's dive in. Sasori was the first Akatsuki member to bite the dust on screen, so we didn't get to see much of him or understand what he was truly capable of. But the truth is, Sasori is a way more interesting character than you might think. And he was a great character precisely because he liked the videos on this channel. Of course, he always popped up here. Really nice guy. So let's go over some curiosities about Sasori that you probably didn't know. At the end, drop a comment and tell me if you already knew this info I'm bringing you. 1. He has 3 voices. It's normal for characters to have 2 different voice actors, either to represent them at different life stages or due to some production need. But Sasori is a special case, having a total of 3 different voice actors in the Japanese version. This is because his disguised form inside the Hiruko puppet has a much rougher voice than his real form. In Japanese, his real form is voiced by Takahiro Sakurai, his child form by Akiko Yajima, and his disguised form by Yutaka Aoyama. 2. Chunin at 8 years old. One of the clearest signs of a ninja's skill, without even seeing them in action, is how quickly they rise through the ranks and how early they graduate from the academy. Sasori was very young when he became a Chunin, getting promoted at just 8 years old after graduating the academy at 7. Dude was already a badass, just so you get it. Kakashi, who's an elite tier ninja, graduated at 5 and was promoted at 6, putting Sasori only 2 years behind him. This is way more impressive than Naruto's friends, most of whom graduated in their early teens. Some didn't even make Chunin like Sasuke and Naruto himself. 3. He turned his best friend into a puppet. Yeah, this one's kinda weird. Sasori's got a few screws loose and he's obsessed with making things last forever. Probably has something to do with the death of his parents. Because of that, the maniac started creating actual human puppets. If you only read the manga or skipped fillers, you probably missed who his first victim was. As a kid in the anime, Sasori was very close to another boy named Komushi, who ended up losing his right arm during a border patrol mission. Sasori gave him a prosthetic arm to replace the one he lost, but later fully transformed him into his first true human puppet after Komushi died from accidentally ingesting Sasori's poison. Yeah, seriously creepy stuff. 4. He didn't want to join the Akatsuki. After becoming a rogue ninja from the Sand Village, Sasori was approached by Konan, who tried to recruit him into the Akatsuki. At first, he turned her down, but then Konan challenged him to a fair fight. If he lost, he'd have to join the Akatsuki. All right. Seems fair. Even using his puppet body, he couldn't beat Konan, and ended up joining the Akatsuki, originally partnered with Orochimaru, and then later Deidara, as we know. Now just imagine that pair, Orochimaru and Sasori, 2 freaks chasing immortality. It would have been wild to see them together more just to understand how weird their dynamic was, but apparently the 2 didn't get along at all. Sasori and Pain went to recruit Orochimaru, and they started brawling immediately. In fact, Orochimaru volunteered to join the group. No one even invited him. But hey, that's Orochimaru for you. 5. He was one of the most loyal members of Akatsuki. Yeah, Sasori didn't want to join the Akatsuki at first, but he quickly became one of the most loyal and committed members of the evil gang. Maybe it was the loneliness he felt after losing his parents. The Akatsuki at least gave him a place to belong. We really see this when he holds a grudge against Orochimaru for leaving the group. He probably felt abandoned all over again, like when he lost his parents. He was so disappointed in his former teammate that he even vowed to kill him. Or maybe he's just a psychopath. 6. He's a beast, lil boss. The heroes of Naruto aren't the only ones who get official combat stats in Masashi Kishimoto's data books. The villains get that privilege too. And Sasori's stats? They're insane. His lowest stat is still above average. Strength at 3 out of 5. His taijutsu, genjutsu, and hand seals are all rated 4. Speed 4.5. And to top it off, his ninjutsu, stamina, and intelligence are all perfect 5s. This guy's a straight-up boss. 7. He had the longest fight in the anime. It's hard to forget Sasori's fight against Granny Chio and Sakura, partly because it's literally the only good fight Sakura has in the whole Naruto series, but also because this battle was insanely long, stretching across about 8 episodes. That's roughly 8 hours of screen time just for this fight. It marks one of the longest battles in the entire anime. 8. His relationship with Deidara. Sasori and his second partner, Deidara, had totally different views about art, and they clashed hard over it. Deidara believed that art is a fleeting explosion. Meanwhile, Sasori believed in preserving things as long as possible, even forever. Despite these differences, Deidara actually respected Sasori and his vision, even if he didn't agree with it. Sasori, on the other hand, he never respected Deidara at all, showing his usual cold and apathetic side. Subscribe.